I'm Chief Officials, and I'll be your MC tonight. And still waiting on a couple of people, but hopefully they'll filter in soon. Now I'd like to introduce our head table guests. A frequent guest on the World Boxing Review radio show, now in his second year as our president, Mr. Larry Lyautey. A 2025 Carmen Basilio Scholarship winner, soon coming to a boxing ring near you, Miss Jamari Mitchell. A 2025 Induction Award honoree, the Fight Doctor, Dr. Margaret Libby. Our 2025 Integrity Award inductee, entering his third Hall of Fame this year, Fatal Freddie Ladd. Our 2025 Perseverance Award inductee, Olympic gold medalist, Mr. Henry Tillman. And our 2025 Courage Award inductee, Two Division World Champion, International Boxing Hall of Famer, Michael Second Shoe Nunn. Let's open with a word of prayer. Give thanks. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day. We thank you, Lord, for another wonderful event here in Rochester, Lord. We just ask your presence to be with us, and we ask, Lord, that everything go according to you. We pray that we will glorify you in our thoughts, words, and actions. And Father, just put your blessing on this event, we ask. In the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord, through whose name we pray. Amen. Okay. We'll all rise. I'm not seeing a flag here, but I think that we'll just go to that direction right there towards the Canadian Fitz Vanderpool. And we will say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now to welcome us is our president, Mr. Larry Lyautey.
Again, what an honor it is to be here and to be among you great people. I'm just so taken back again to be the president of the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame. I remember coming here when I was a young kid to see Muhammad Ali with my father. And I met some of the greatest people in the world through boxing, Jake LaMotta, Willie Pep, and the list goes on and on and on. And tonight, we get to honor and induct some new honorees into the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame. We already announced them: Henry Tillman, Freddie Ladd, Michael Nunn. It's great that you guys came out here to Rochester. We got Memphis, LA, Iowa. They all traveled out here just to be with us. So I think that's just a great, amazing thing. And we also have some special guests up here at this table, too. We have Tito Ocasio, who came to us from Florida. He's trained 11 world champs. William Vargas, he came here from New Jersey. Or New York, sorry, New York. How many world champs? 14 world champs. Then we have the Cello Man, who also joined us from Florida. WBA middleweight champ. And Florida State champ. And we have Brian Nix right here. He's Rochester's own Brian Nix. He didn't live here for a while. He moved back. We welcome you back to Rochester. See you anybody else out here? All right. Oh, Fitz Vanderpool's in the back there. He's kind of come along there. He's always seems to come about. We have a great evening planned for you guys, and I'm just going to turn it back to Mark because you guys don't want to hear me talk anyways. So here you go.
Thank you, Larry. If you open your program to page 5, you'll see that in the last year we've had some losses. I actually had to, in the middle of things, I wasn't a boxing person, but Dana and Theo and I lost a very close personal friend, Dale Spencer. Some of you knew him. Was a wonderful man in Western New York. And we also we lost Rochester Boxing Hall of Famer Livingstone Bramble this past year. So in honor of them, I'm going to toll the bell. We have a moment of silence. Can we cut the music for a second? So I guess we're not going to cut it. Okay, well, we'll have to. What? Okay. Okay. Okay, well, let's have a moment of silence. Set the music and check out in memory of those that we lost this past year. God rest your souls. Okay, well, today actually marks our giving out. This will be our 10th anniversary of starting the Carmen Basilio Scholarship Fund. And that was named, obviously, in memory of Rochester's great world champion, Carmen Basilio, who was originally from Canastota, but lived most of his adult life here in Rochester, and was a very vibrant part of our community and a huge part of our club. So in honor of him, we give out a scholarship every year. And this year, I'm particularly happy that we have a young boxer. A couple of years ago, we started the practice of giving it to an actual boxer. And this young lady just started boxing, actually. She works with Coach Kevin Walker, and she is here tonight, and she will receive a $500 scholarship. She's going to MCC and studying criminal justice. So I'd like her to come up and say a few words. Is that okay? Okay, you don't have to. Wonderful addition to the Rochester boxing family, Ms. Jamari Mitchell.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jamari Mitchell. I really wish I would have knew I was speaking. I would have tried to come up with something. But all I really have to say is that I'm grateful to be receiving the scholarship, and I appreciate everybody for being here.
Very nice, thank you. Very excellent. And really good luck in the silver gloves. It's upcoming. She's going to be participating in. Okay, we just Rochester's only native-born world champion, Mr. Charles Murray, just walked in. Charles Murray's in the house. Okay, so with no further ado, another of our special guests tonight is the Honorable Mayor of the City of Rochester, New York. A big boxing fan and a big fan of our own Charles Murray, and we're glad to have him here with us tonight. The Honorable Mr. Malik Evans, Mayor of Rochester.
Thank you so much. I am a huge boxing fan, as many of you know. My dad's god brother was Ernie Shavers, so I remember him coming to my house. I remember meeting Larry Holmes as a kid. But one of the things that I think I've always been so proud of Rochester about is our boxing history. I mean, this Hall of Fame is evidence of just the amazing fighters that have come through Rochester. And then I'm always so grateful for the folks that come from out of Rochester to come here. I will tell you, as mayor of Rochester, that means a lot, and it warms my heart when I walk around the room and I hear people coming from Indiana and Illinois, or all the states for you to come. It really, really means a lot. And I want to thank the leadership for keeping this going. I know I've worked in a lot of organizations, and you all know it takes a lot to keep something going with momentum year after year after year. You do it the first year, right? It's like, okay, everybody wants to be a part of it. But when you get to as many years as you've been doing this now and haven't given up and haven't stopped, that's a good thing. And 33 years, 33rd annual, keep it going, don't stop. And I'm glad that I was able to come and support. But I have a special recognition that I wanted to present tonight. Where's Charles? Where is he? There he is. There he is. All right, there's Charles. Charles, I've always been a huge, huge fan of Charles the Natural Murray. But before I talk about Charles, I want to say to all the honorees tonight, congratulations on that scholarship. You'll need it. School's expensive, man. I got a 14 and 11-year-old. I don't even want to think about what it's going to cost me. But to these great honorees that are being honored tonight, congratulations to all of you. But tonight I get the opportunity to recognize someone extremely special in Rochester. And my mother always said, both of my parents have passed on, but they always said, when you say good things about people, why don't you say the good things about them when they're here, when they're in the land of the living? I go to so many, as mayor, I go to so many services, and I hear all these people saying great things about people, and I'm like, I wonder if they said that to these folks to their face. Did we give them their flowers when they still could smell them? And that is what I try to do regularly as mayor, and it's an honor when I get to do that. But I want to honor one more, and one of Rochester's finest, and that's Charles the Natural Murray. Charles is more than a champion in the ring. He is also a champion in the city. I remember I was a snot-nosed teenager back when Charles stepped into the ring in Atlantic City, and I remember this because I was like 13, and he defeated Rodney Moore for the IBF junior welterweight title. And that victory made him a world boxing champion. And I mean, in Rochester, it brought pride to the entire Rochester community, for those that remember that. And by the measure of Charles Murray's greatness, it is not just only in the championship belt. To me, it's great that you got the belt, but you can't box forever, right? It's what he chose to do afterward. He came back home to the same streets and recreation centers that I played at, where he first learned the sweet science, and he built something lasting. At his gym, Charles trains young fighters. He has taught them not only how to throw jabs or feint, but he's also taught them how to carry oneself with self-awareness, which is so important, self-respect, and self-confidence. And I think that's what people need to understand about boxing. It's just not about the physical part of hitting someone. It's the other things that so many of you have learned, and the example that you set for those of us that may not be boxers. And Charles, you have this steady instruction that works very good for politics. Hit, turn, move. And I know that that's a boxing rhythm and a philosophy, but I'll tell you that's also a philosophy in life. And so for Rochester, Charles Murray, you're that inspiration. His words, his mentorship, and his joy in lifting others have left a mark and are lasting as any title fight. So tonight, to Charles, the highest honor that a mayor can give a citizen, the highest honor we can give, it's the key to the city. So Charles, I'm going to come to you. Charles, I'm going to come to you, Charles. And I'll just read this, Charles, before I come over there. It says, in recognition of your extraordinary career as a world boxing champion, and for your enduring commitment to the sport in Rochester, the city you love, from capturing the IBF junior welterweight title in 1993 to building a life of mentorship and service at your gym, you have inspired generations to believe in themselves. Your discipline, artistry, and devotion to teaching have transformed young athletes, uplifted neighbors, and strengthened our community. Rochester celebrates not only the champion who brought pride to our city, but the man whose legacy of resilience, joy, and guidance continues to shape lives every day. We love you, friends.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Right. You know, as the mayor goes to Charles Murray, to give him the key to the city and things like that. Boy, what a high honor. Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame, just to have the mayor come up and speak. Second to none. It's something special to recognize anybody in the city, but to recognize a world champion with a key to the city shows you what Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame is all about. Lyautey is back on the mic, and we'll let him get going.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, you beat me to the punch, Mr. Mayor. We were just going to call you back up. Come on back.
Come on back up.
You're not done with you.
So, Mayor, before you talk, I'm not trying to throw you off, but I just want you to know, since Charles was the IBF champ, with the help of Aaron Snowball, who's watching us right now, he couldn't be here with us, something came up.
Hey, Aaron.
He helped me contact the IBF, which is the same, not promoting, but the belt that Charles had, and they made you a special belt.
Oh.
This is directly from the IBF, so you have your own case.
Wow.
It's the real deal. Daryl Peoples put this together for us.
Wow.
And again, thank you, Aaron.
You're welcome.
And there you go. There you
Oh,
go.
man.
In your own case. Your own championship belt.
All right, push it over here, please. Stay right there.
Wow. You guys are too kind. I'll cherish this. Thank you so much. It's going right in the mayor's office. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mr. Mayor.
That's right.
Yes, as you've seen, the mayor is receiving an IBF championship belt that all the champions get. Daryl Peoples from the IBF awarded the mayor this belt because of his work that he's doing in the community.
They will start eating at 10 after 7. So, you can tell them we're pretty much ready at any time. But I thought some of the special guests that we mentioned, I thought I'd have a few of them up. Tito, would you mind coming up and saying a few words? Okay, we have a great Hall of Fame trainer of champions as well. Watching us tonight. He's from Florida, and I'd like them to say a few words. Mr. Tito Ocasio.
God bless everyone. I'm honored to be here today. I want to thank Larry for inviting me. It's really special, when we meet together, we see old friends and new friends, so the family gets bigger. Aaron Snow is a good friend of mine. He done a lot for my career. I'm grateful for him. Aaron, I love you, brother.
Love you too, Tito.
Yeah, he done a lot for me in my career, so I'm grateful to Aaron Snow. Willie Vargas, he coached me. I had different coaches at different times. But I want to give God the glory because at one time, there was no hope for my life. I started basketball when I was 7 years old. I was fighting. I was a fighter. And I joined the gangs, witchcraft. I went low. I went to prison, serving a life sentence. And I told God, if you're real, like they say, changed my life, gave me out of this place. I want to serve you. And got to me out of prison. I denied the gangs, said no to the witchcraft, gave my life to Jesus Christ, and I've been helping fighters for years. I've been coaching for almost 29 years, training a lot of world champions, work with a lot of world champions, and went all over the world, from Africa, you name it, Puerto Rico. I've been all over, and it's been an honor. A kid from Puerto Rico, from New York, who would have thought was gonna go see the world? Boxing is that key that could take you anywhere in the world. We got a lot of world champions. Michael Nunn is a good friend of mine, a man that I respect and I love. And I'll tell the fighter, listen, God gave you 2 ears to listen more and 1 mouth to speak less. And you got a mouthpiece. That means you don't talk, you listen, you execute. So my job as a coach is to build Green Berets, help kids from the streets, because boxing, a lot of people come from the streets, give them a chance in life. Not even going to be a champion of the world, but we got to give them a chance in life. I'm hoping that they'll make it, they don't get to know Jesus Christ, first of all, and don't go to prison or die. We're losing our kids. We're losing our kids. And when you're a coach, you don't get paid. My friend could tell you, if you're a coach, you do this for free. You don't get paid as a coach. But it's worth it, man. When you see those kids making it, when they become doctors, they go to the army, they become a good husband, or a good wife, it's worth it. So that's my job, just to help people and hoping that they go forward. But God bless you. Thank you for allowing me to be here today. Larry, thank you for noticing me, and thank you for this great opportunity, my friend. Thank you so much. Get to see my boy, Michael Nunn. He wanted to fight me one time. I said, "You crazy, man? I ain't gonna fight you." I look dumb, sound dumb, but I ain't dumb. The champ. To get the kid from the city, from the mayor. What an honor! What an honor! To me, that's better than a championship champion of the world. To me, to be recognized by a mayor, a man at that level, and recognize your work and give you the key. That's wow. That's amazing. I'm blown away. My God is good. God is good. Well, God bless you. Again, Irwin, I love you, brother. Miss you.
I love you too, Tito. God bless you and have a safe travel back down to your home. Okay?
Love you, brother. God
love
bless
you
everyone.
too.
Are we ready to start eating? Okay. So the dinner's out. Okay. I was at that table will go first. Then we'll just go by your number. We don't have a big crowd here, so I don't think anybody's going to wait too long. So, okay. Enjoy. So we'll be spending the next however many minutes enjoying our dinner. So, okay. Thanks again for coming tonight.
Absolutely. Look, while they're eating, we want to touch on some things. Like the mayor. This mayor, Malik Evans, he does so much in Rochester for the community. You can see him always out helping the elderly, going to elderly dinners, going to youth programs in the city of Rochester. Also, uh, going around looking to see what is affordable housing, to see how the people are living in the community of Rochester. When I was there, I was just amazed at the great job that he has done to help try to clean an old city up and make it sparkle again like it used to be in its heyday. And it looks like it's glittering with gold as you see he comes out to Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame to give one of our own, Charles the Natural Murray, a key to the city. That's a blessing within itself. And we want to thank Mark Irwin, Larry Lyautey, Theo, Irwin for the great job that they're doing. And also the IBF for giving and recognizing the mayor. Mayors do a lot for cities. They don't receive much in terms of a reward or anything, but it speaks about the IBF and what they like in the community, and they appreciate the things that mayors and stuff do in the city, and to recognize um, Mayor Malik Evans Daryl Peoples, thank you so much, man, for giving back. This was an important day for a champion, former world champion of yours, to get a key to the city. And as you receive, you give. And the IBF allowed uh, him to give back to his own city again by giving a championship belt um, to Mayor Malik Evans. Man, this is a beautiful thing. And as they're enjoying their meal, their food, this food, Red, this is at the Brook House Inn in Rochester, New York. It's an Italian restaurant. So, you know, your stomach with Italian food when you're getting the spaghetti, the gravy and stuff like that, a salad and chicken and all of those things, north and south of the border in Italy, in the Brook House Inn. Oh, Red, he came when we had the Jack Johnson exhibit up there. He came over and personally looked at this. And Carmen Basilio, who was a world champion, he wasn't born in Rochester, but he was from a town close by, and he ended up moving and staying in Rochester. He came over and said, you know, Carmen Basilio used to come in this restaurant all the time and eat with me, and we would talk and laugh and joke. So Red himself is a boxing guy, and it's only fitting that the Rochester banquet for induction night is at the Brook House in Rochester, New York. I mean, the food was absolutely just overwhelming. And for y'all tuning into the telecast, we want to thank you for tuning into the World Boxing Review. If you're just tuning in late, the mayor came and gave the key to the city.
What you say was 010? Somebody with 010 has got the winner. 010?
As Mark Irwin just called, he came up to the mic to talk about the raffles that they had to see if whoever won, if somebody won the raffle for the night. So while they're eating and stuff like that, as that goes on at the banquets, you know, they ask people if they want to buy a raffle ticket.
Check your tickets. I know everybody's left. So 010. 10.
Yeah, it looks like 01010. He said, looks like that's the winning raffle for the night. I don't know if they got a winner. Let's see who got the winning ticket here. The anticipation is growing. And, you know, right after they eat, they bring up the inductees, and you'll hear their speeches too tonight. Michael Second and Nunn, Henry Tillman, Freddie Ladd. I guess they got to dig way down in their pocket to find the ticket, whoever won.
105.
Seven 105.
105. Now they're saying.
Okay, David Stanley is good friend of ours. Our photographer. Yep, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like they found the winner. He announced who won it, but I guess they found it. They came up to the Diaz, the podium, the mic that's the lead table in the Brook House restaurant there in Rochester, New York. This is the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame banquet. The first half of the program, um, we had Charles the Natural Murray receive a key to the city, and in return, IBF championship belt was given back to the mayor of Rochester, New York. And thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, Mayor Malik Evans. Man, this is an exciting night to see a world champion get a key to this city. He deserves it. Jackson Recreation Center is where he puts his time in that with the kids and all that. So it's well deserved to see Charles the Natural Murray get a key to the city. It's a blessing. And they'll start back with the program here in a little bit. But as we do, uh, we'll keep it going. So yeah, as we wait for the program to get back started, everybody eating and things. So it doesn't take that long. Everybody gets their food, and then they come sit down and eat up a little bit, and they get back to the program. And what a good program it's going to be, man, because boy, I know Michael second to none is never lost for words. So it's going to be something to hear Michael Nunn speak of all the great fights that he's been under and all that. And also it's going to be good to hear Henry Tillman, who stopped Mike Tyson from making it on the Olympic team. He's being inducted tonight, and he has 2 wins over him, not one, and he's a gold medalist in the from the Olympics. So that's big within itself. And also Freddie Ladd. Freddie Ladd was a top contender who won different subtitle belts. He was #1 contender for a while, and he challenged for the #1 spot, and he's being inducted. So it's and Dr. Libby is being inducted tonight, who is a ringside physician. She's great at what she does. She takes care of the little ones to get to the big one. She's at all the shows, the amateur shows, the professional shows. You can always see her at ringside looking out for the fighter, and safety is the key when it comes to boxing. And Dr. Libby is the person who helps keep us safe. And also you have Freddie Ladd that is always has a good speech, and we're happy to see Tito up there. Tito doing a great job with his ministry and his gym called John 316 boxing down in Florida here. He does a great job with that. He helps get kids off the street himself, and to see him travel up to Rochester, New York to witness the inductions ceremonies. And also at this event is Craig Hawk, the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame president, who travels around to support different Hall of Fames, and he's there tonight.
Just get somebody to watch it when you're gone.
You feed them. Carbohydrate loading. Are you carbohydrate loading?
Anything.
So,
I use spaghetti.
yeah. So As we wait for the second half of the program, we want to thank you for tuning into the World Boxing Review special report of the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It's going to be great. You're going to see some great speeches tonight as those guys get their belly full and get ready to gear up and talk. And boy, we got some talkers tonight. And we have people with long careers, so you're going to have to sit back and enjoy it, man. Once they get going, you're going to hear some tremendous speeches from the inductees, and I can't wait to hear those speeches. And later on, once the inductees, we'll try to get Charles the Natural Murray to say a little bit since he got the key to the city. He's one of the men of the hour. What an important thing to get a key to the city. Charles Natural Murray did. So that's good too. And those pictures will be flowing later on with the mayor receiving the belt and all of that. It's a beautiful thing. It means a lot.
Gracias por venir a visitar.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be going, as they're eating. It's a long day for everybody. They woke up this morning, and part of the induction ceremonies when they first came in, they went to Pelosi's restaurant on Friday night, where just the inductees and their families go to Pelosi's with Chef Pelosi, who's an award-winning restaurant in the Rochester area that sells Italian, French, and Greek, all kind of cuisine from in Europe, and it's an award-winning restaurant there. So last night they spent the night there, the inductees, eating at the restaurant, and we want to wish the president, Larry Lyautey, happy birthday. It's his birthday yesterday, so we want to say happy birthday to him while we're on air before he gets back up here. Happy birthday to you, Larry. So we're just happy and pleased what you're doing, and allow us so people around the world can see Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame banquet and hear some of these great speeches and see what it's all about, man. So happy birthday to you, Larry. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, and thank y'all for tuning in to the World Boxing Review radio show. We're coming live from Rochester, New York. It's at the dinner break, and we didn't want to break the feed in order to wait for them to fix. So we're keeping the feed live here, and I hope you don't get tired of hearing my mouth, but you're tuning in order to hear the induction speeches, and I can't wait myself. So it's going to be an exciting night. Let me get some more light on us here while we're doing this, while they're eating. Yes. We're back, and they should be back. Boy, it's just an exciting time for everybody, and we just can't wait. And also this morning, the inductees went to number one. They started out at the History Museum and Sciences in Rochester, New York. It's a museum where Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony's museum, the Underground Railroad So you get a lot to learn about Rochester, intense history that Rochester has, about the freedom fighters and Susan B. Anthony. If you don't know who she is, with the coin, a lot of people know the Susan B. Anthony coin and who she was. She fought for women's right to vote. And, uh, they have in the museum, they got artifacts and stuff like that in the museum. So the inductees got a chance to witness that. And then also Frederick Douglass, a freedom fighter. He fought for the rights for mankind and to seek freedom. He was a slave and he fought for his freedom. He got freed and he helped free other people. So there they have a lot of documents of Frederick Douglass in the museum, and they got a chance to see that today. The inductees did. And then after they're finished the museum, they go to lunch today. The lunch was at Mount Hope restaurant in Mount Hope. It's the old family style restaurants from back in the day. And boy, that food is so delicious and good. To see those guys up there enjoying the food for lunch was just an amazing thing. And then after Mount Hope restaurant, the guys go to the cemetery to see Susan B. Anthony's grave and Frederick Douglass' grave to visit it. The importance of it is to see what people do when they vote in Rochester. Once they vote, they go put their voting sticker on Susan B. Anthony's grave site. So all of those voting stickers are on her tombstone, and it's something to see. And then to go to visit Frederick Douglass's grave is just an amazing thing, and to go visit the grave of such great people. There's a blessing that they receive in heaven when you go to see somebody's grave. They're lifted up to the higher heavens when people go visit the grave. So we want to thank you for tuning into the World Boxing Review. We're here with the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame banquet. They're eating now. We're waiting for them to come back on air. We didn't cut the feed. We want to keep you here while we're waiting them to start the second part of the program, and that should start shortly here. Probably around about at 7:30 now, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, for them to come back on the mic and get the second part of this program going. Yeah, live from Rochester, New York, but we did stream the mayor when he gave Charles the Natural Murray the key to the city. We caught that live on air when he gave him the key to the city, and we want to thank Mayor Malik Evans for doing a great job to recognize someone doing community work like that. It's tough sometimes, but it's hard and it's fair, and there's a price that you pay, and Charles the Natural Murray is paying the price. But when you get a reward like that, it opens doors to the whole city of Rochester, to keep that program going, to keep them kids going, to get extra money for different programs, to keep it coming into the city, where corporations and stuff like that will help fund your different programs that you got for these inner city kids, man. It's all worth it when you get a key to the city. It just opens up doors second to none in working for a recreation center like that, man. To see Charles Natural Murray get his just due today, man. I'm so happy and pleased. I don't know what to say, but we're going to say it time and time again and over again, uh, what he's done. So, and we're going to say this too. Larry Lyautey, who is the president of the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame. His birthday was yesterday, and we want to wish him a happy birthday and many, many more, Larry, as we wait. But they did announce the 50-50 drawing, so we heard that, and we're just waiting for them to come back online to finish the second half of the induction banquet program they got going on. So a lot of times it takes a little bit. Sometimes people don't eat as fast as we want to. And, people be conversating, it's picture time on the break. They get a chance to go to the restrooms and things like that. But we're waiting for the second half of this program to start. It should be starting here shortly. Yes, it should be starting here shortly as people are moving around. So we can't wait to hear this second part of this program. It's going to be second to none because you got Michael second to none there, and I want to hear his speeches. I want to hear him get down. Michael Nunn is a colorful speaker, along with Henry Tillman. And along with Freddie Ladd, man, we're in for a real treat tonight to hear what they got to say at the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we want to thank you again for tuning in to the World Boxing Review radio show. Tonight we're at the Rochester Hall of Fame banquet, and we're covering it live. We're live streaming it. So we didn't want to break the feed for the people that are already tuned in. We wanted to keep them tuned in, locked in, as we wait the second half of the program tonight. In the second half, you will get to hear the inductees speeches. So that should be good. They should be starting here in a little bit. So we're just carrying the show on while they do that. So it's always good on the World Boxing Review. Let's go over some boxing news. What's in the fair? We're a week forward from the Canelo Alvarez and Crawford fight, and what a fight that was, man! It was just thrilling, and the aftermath is second to none for Crawford. He fought diligent. He fought a wise fight, a smart fight, and like we like to see, two class acts in Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford. With Crawford with the win, a humble winner, and also Canelo Alvarez showed grace and style. What produces great winners is that in losing, he was a gracious loser. He made no excuses. Canelo Alvarez, he just said that the better man won the night. And that's what classy world champions, when you put it all on the line, pound for pound, much respect to both of them. For those who take the risk to fail greatly, never achieve greatly, and both of them took that risk that it takes to put it online and achieve something great. And Terrence Crawford came out on the top end, but Canelo Alvarez, the Hall of Fame waits for you just as well as Terrence Crawford. I applaud both of you for a job well done, losing and winning. It shows how and taught other young fighters what to do and how, if you happen to lose, how you accept the loss and how you are a bigger winner of how you lose. You lose gracefully so you can go back and sharpen your tools up in order to keep on being that star who you are. And Canelo Alvarez proved that. Just like Crawford proved how he is a graceful winner when he dropped down on his knees and thanked the Lord. And like he said, it was nothing that he did. It was everything that God did for him that night. And it just shows you how much something means, you know. And Terrence Crawford had a message that are designed for kings. You know, little men are giants too. It ain't the size of the fight that you win or you fail. It's the size of the fight that you got in your heart. And Terrence Crawford proved that little men are giants too. So hats off to Terrence Crawford and his team for a job well done. And thank you, Terrence, for being a grateful and humble winner. Man, if more people would learn that in the winner circle, the game would be a much more better game of how you carried yourself, Terrence, and keep carrying yourself that way, Terrence Crawford, because it means a lot in sport and play and in life, man. I'm just so happy for you. I don't know what to say. It's the way you won and the way that you carried yourself, man. So we want to thank you for tuning in to the World Boxing Review. We're at the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame banquet, and we're waiting for them to come back on live to the mic so they can get the second part of their program going as we travel this here, you know. So we got people online. Just hold on. They'll be coming back here shortly in order to get the second part of the program going. Yeah. So it's always good and great with seeing them still moving around, getting food and stuff like that. Oh, Mark's stepping back up to the mic.
Nobody's go routes at all by the time I was thinking we have some special guests here tonight. And looking at one of them right now, the president of the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame, a former boxer who actually knocked down Hector Macho Camacho. And he's been a frequent visitor here in the last 2 years to the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame. And I'd like to have him come up and say a few words while you enjoy your meal. Mr. Craig Howe.
The program started, and they just told Craig Hawk, president of Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. He's at the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame.
I want to thank everybody for being here today. And what makes it special is Larry, Mark, all these guys have been to the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. So I always try to reciprocate. And that means that they come to mine, I'm going to come to theirs. I'm going to support them. They're going to support me. I think more Hall of Fame should be like that. I've been to the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame, the International Boxing Hall of Fame, National Boxing Hall of Fame. I've been to the West Coast Boxing Hall of Fame. So I've hit them all. So WBC convention, the IBF convention, the WBA convention, WBO convention, I hit them all. And I want to say thank you guys for supporting the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame on the tremendous job that they do. Shout out to my man Aaron Snowell, who's taping this tonight. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? No, but all these guys deserve this recognition. Michael Nunn is in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. You can't get any higher than that. Henry Tillman's a gold medal winner. And Freddie Ladd's the #1 contender. It takes years to get there, and these guys paid the price, and I'm glad that everybody's here. And I want to say thank you for your time, and thanks for Larry and Mark for having me here, and Tito, love you, brother, man. All right, see you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, that was Craig Hawk who just came in.
Yeah, we have another Boxing Hall of Fame inductee is in our house tonight, and I don't think he's finished with his dinner yet, but I'm just going to put him on the spot here. He was a longtime Rochester boxer. I haven't seen him actually at one of our dinners, I don't think, since he was inducted. So it's here tonight, Mr. Larry King. Okay, I don't think he wants to say a few words. But good to see you, Larry. Okay. Well, we have a man here tonight that we couldn't have our dinner without. I feel like he's been such a part of the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame since his own induction a few years back. And he's come to every single dinner again since then. So we've had a very good mutual friendship. And he's coming to us tonight from north of the border, the former super welterweight champion of the world, Mr. Fitz, the Whip, Vanderpool.
Yeah, well, as Fitz Vanderpool makes it up to the mic here, him and Charles and Nassau Murray fought. Fitz is inducted in the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame, and it's Fitz Vanderpool.
The Whip has come back to Rochester, New York. You know what? It's a pleasure to be here. You know, I want to first congratulate the inductees on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, guys. Good job. It's an honor. Want to thank the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame for putting on the event. It's great to have these people honored for the great work that they do. Just want to thank all you guys for showing up, for being here, because without you guys, this would not be possible. So thank you all for being here. You guys are appreciated.
I love you, man.
And I love you too. I mean, I love you all. You know what I'm saying. Just want to congratulate Charles Sinatra Murray. Natural. What a nickname. Want to congratulate Charles on earning the key to the city. That's a great accomplishment. You earned it. You deserve it. And I also want to congratulate him on being inducted into the Atlantic City Hall of Fame in another week. Right? All right. Good job. Congrats. The WHIP stands for With Hope It's Possible. With hope it's possible. Hope is the essence of life. Without hope, you have nothing. If you have a goal, you have a dream, something you want to accomplish, with hope it is possible. Believe in yourself, work hard, dedicate yourself, make the sacrifices necessary. You can be successful at whatever it is you put your mind to. Hard work, dedication, sacrifices. Chase your goals, believe in yourself. And most importantly, put God first, and He will help guide you through whatever it is you want to do in life. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all.
Fitz Vanderpool, y'all, who just got off the mic. Mark Irwin, MC.
Actually, numerous notables here, but another one I wanted to point out was a gentleman who was a very popular Rochester boxer in times past, and left our area for several years, but is back in the Rochester area now, and he called me, I think a few months back, or got a hold of us, and we were talking, and I said he was interested in the Rochester boxing scene, and I mentioned our dinner. I said it would be a really good idea, come to some of our club meetings or come to the dinner, and here he is tonight. So I'd like to just introduce to you Mr. Brian Nix. Thank you for coming. Good for you. Let's see, scan around the room here. What else do we have? Okay, well, we'll get back at you when everybody's a little closer to being finished with their dinner. But thank you. Thank you.
All right, that was a quick thing. It's some world champions and stuff that they have in the audience tonight. So we just wait till they finish eating and for the inductees tonight. It looks like the show is running pretty smooth here. So it was nice to see Craig Hawk with the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame get a chance to come up to the mic, and also Fitz Vanderpool to come up to the mic and get a chance to speak. But Mark Irwin's back on the mic.
Hey, I'm back. See, standing up here, somebody's going to come over and say a few words. We have Indiana and Florida Boxing Hall of Famer, Jose Celloman Alonso. Oh. It's going to be your penance for coming up during dinner.
Yeah, Celloman Alonso. Boy.
What's up, brother? How's it going, Aaron?
All right, good. It's good to see you up there in Rochester, man. Congratulations for coming up.
Thank you, brother. First, I want to say thank you to Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I have a lot to say, but I'm just going to say I'm grateful. Rochester, thank you for having me. Charles, it was a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations on everything that you have accomplished, getting the key to the city. Congratulations to Henry, my man, Freddie Ladd, my classmate in the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame, and Michael, second to none. Thank you, Larry, Mark, for having us here. I'm just grateful, man. And I have a lot to say, but I'm just going to say congratulations to all the inductees. Congratulations to Rochester. And God bless you all.
Yeah. Want to say a few words?
Well, that was Jose Alonso, who's inducted into the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame and the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. He traveled from Florida up to Indiana, up to Rochester for the induction weekend. It's good to see him up there in Rochester, to hear him speak. They bring him up to the mic to travel around. What the mayor said earlier, to see these fighters traveling around to support different Hall of Fames is a good thing. It's a good sign. It shows you how the camaraderie that boxing has with ex-fighters, trainers, managers, promoters, consultants. You know, it's a good thing, and they're all going around supporting each other. And I want to thank Mark Irwin, who's on our show one time a month, profiling different fighters and stuff like that, to get the opportunity for him to let us stream this event, him and Larry and Theo. It's a blessing, and thank you so much, Mark, for all that you do.
I heard. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The mic, Mark, back at the mic, and we'll tune in.
Okay, well, we get started with our regular awards here tonight, and we have our. You can see our next honoree has been pretty busy tonight, and you all have been getting this ready, but it's the time. The time's arrived. This is time for the 2025 Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame Gino Arlotta Award. Tonight, we're truly glad to honor someone who has been very active in serving our club continuously since our 2013 reorganization, has been part of our leadership ever since that time. The famous American businesswoman Denise Morrison said that leadership is service to others. This lady has truly been there, helping our club and others in need throughout our community. The Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame is proud to present our third annual Gino Arletta Memorial Award to a great friend of boxing, Ms. Laura Tabish. Okay.
Laura Tabish, she's the secretary of the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame. And Gino Award was the former president of there.
Yeah, we'll continue to work hard. I love our club. Keep punching.
Well, that was very to the point. Yeah, I do want to point out that, I think everyone who's been involved in this is going to need a long rest after this. This was quite a thing this year. No question about it, putting this together. But Laura, you can't say enough about all she has done for our club over the years. I would just ask everybody, just kindly, we have time for pictures and autographs after the dinner's over. So just when wrap. In fact, I'll call a few guys up and take our places and you can sign for anybody that's looking for it. But anyway, okay. Now we have our 2025 Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame Induction Award. Boxing is often referred to as the sweet science, but in order for it to be and stay sweet, there must be a considerable attention paid to safety. A massive part of keeping things safe is the presence of the ringside physician. Tonight, the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame is grateful to induct someone who has given abundantly of her time and service to boxing in our area. Sir William Osler said, "The good physician treats the disease. The great physician treats the person." Let's give a huge Rochester welcome to the fight doctor, Dr. Margaret Libby. I don't see it right there. Look at this.
As you can see, I'm not used to doing that. So first, thank you. And then thank you for everything I've learned from everybody in the room. And it's still a learning curve. And when these guys called me and asked me if I was available for this dinner, September 20th, it was like the beginning of January. And I said, "Where's the show?" Because I thought it was going to be a competition that they needed me ringside. And then when they told me I was an inductee, I said, "No, I'm a working bee, not a celebrity." That's it. Thanks for
Dr. Libby, oh, what a sweetheart she is.
Our next inductee is making a habit of receiving honors this year, having already been inducted into the Indiana Boxing and U.S. Martial Arts Halls of Fame. Tonight, the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame makes it a trifecta with our Integrity Award. The English playwright John Webster said that integrity of life is fame's best friend, which nobly beyond death shall crown in the end. I'm going to read that again. The English playwright John Webster said that integrity of life is fame's best friend, which nobly beyond death shall crown in the end. Our newest inductee is exemplified integrity both in his personal and fistic lives. Let's have a warm Rochester welcome for Hall of Famer Fatal Freddie Ladd.
Yay! All right, Freddie. Yeah, Freddie Ladd.
First of all, thank you for coming out and showing support. To God be the glory. It is He that has allowed us to be here and to be able to focus and do our craft. Started out years ago, becoming a professional boxer. People said that you was too little, you're not gonna succeed. But I always tell people, never let anyone deter your dream. Everyone has a dream. It is up to you to fulfill your dream. So I have another saying that you don't leave a legacy to people. It's what you leave in people that is your legacy. So I'm now training fighters to be the best that they can be. I'm giving them the opportunity because someone gave me the opportunity. And I'm just thankful and grateful that I get to be inducted into the Hall of Fame with such great fighters as Henry Tillman and Michael second to Nunn. And me and Mike, we fought on cars together. So this is a fraternity. This is a brotherhood. So I love all you guys. I thank Cello for coming out and showing support. Tito for coming out and showing support. You know, I love these guys. We became Facebook friends and we often share the gospel to each other. So, you know, I want to say to the young lady that's moving on in her career, just keep God first and foremost. That's the most important thing, is to keep God first. Because with God, all things are possible. You know, so never let anybody tell you that you can't do it, because you can. Thank the Hall of Fame, Rochester Hall of Fame, for nominating me and allowing me to be a part of your family. I love you guys, and thank you all for coming out.
So again, this year, if you weren't here last year, I went back through the records of the people that won the specific awards that we awarded since 1990. And when the person receives the award, we give them a T-shirt that shows the lineage of all the people that won the award and the date that they won the award. So, Freddie, here's your integrity T-shirt.
That is Larry Lyautey, who's president of the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame, that gave Freddie Ladd his T-shirt. Back on the mic is Mark Irwin.
Our next inductee comes to us from Los Angeles, where he's part of our incredible 1984 U.S. Olympic team, and he brought home the gold. While he may be remembered best for being the man who kept Mike Tyson from the Olympics, he should be remembered for a lot more, as he had a remarkable career in both amateur and professional boxing. He's also persevered in life, serving as an example to all of us. John D. Rockefeller said that I do not think that there's any other quality so essential to success of any kind as the quality of perseverance. Let's give a warm Flower City welcome to Hall of Famer Henry Tillman.
Thank you. Thank you, Rochester. Thank you. Kind of been talking all day, so I don't really have much to say. But I'd like to thank Larry, the rest of the staff, and welcome to these two gentlemen here, and congratulate them on being inducted as well. And Mike just brought something to my attention. He said, "Man, why you never talk about your belts you won?" They do have. I mean, I won 3 belts. They just talk about the gold, which is good though. I'm not saying that's bad. But he said, "You still have them?" I said, "Yeah, yours and his belts is at my house in my office right now." All of them. It's in my house in my office right now. But I was just saying that to say that you don't have to talk about yourself. Just let people talk about you. That's why I say I don't never say nothing. I say, as long as they talk about you, you're all right. When they stop talking about you, that's when you have a problem. So, as long as they talk about me in some aspect of my life, I'm fine. And I'm a very resilient person. Perseverance and resilience pretty much coincide one another, I believe. And I share. People say, "Why you tell people you went to jail?" I said, "Well, it's not that I went to jail. It's what I did after I went to jail would count, because I wouldn't be here." I mean, and they say, "Well, you wasn't embarrassed?" I said, of course I would. I was more embarrassed because I embarrassed my parents and my family by going to jail. So that hurt me more than me hurting myself. And I said, but so that's when I knew I had to straighten up and fly right. That's what my mother always said, you better straighten up and fly right. And it was true. And I just followed her little brief plan and did what I think. And while I was in trouble, she said, well, he's not in trouble. He's just busy. He's not bad. He's not bad. He's just busy. He's going to find his way. And I've done a lot of things, and I think that I've done them because I was more afraid of my parents than anything else. For not afraid like beat me up or whoopings and stuff like that. Just that to just disappoint them. You know, that because they were such two great people. Those are two greatest people in my life. And my proudest moment was after I got in all that trouble was to look in the audience on the highest podium in sports in the entire world is the Olympics. And to see my mother and father sitting right there and watch me, little bad baby, get the gold medal down the street from my house. And that was my proudest moment of anything. Money, belts. That's why I don't even really care about the belts. Because the gold medal to me is the most precious thing I ever done. Because I did it in front of my mother and father. My mother, she hated that I boxed. She said I looked clumsy. She didn't know I'm trying to get out of the way of these guys, right? They're trying to get me. And she don't know that because I'm moving. She said, you look so clumsy like you're going to fall. I just know mama trying to get out the way of the punches. I could pop pretty good with these guys. Everybody I fought, I could tell you everybody in my weight class. Mike Tyson, James Pritchard, Henry Milligan, Willie DeWitt, what's the boy out of Wichita, Kansas? All punches. I said, man, I had a headache every night. I win. I had to go get me some aspirin. This one hit, guy hit you in your arm. I said, God, I'm glad that was my head. I said, I'm telling you. And then you fighting 5 times, and everybody in my weight class except Richard Johnson out of Texas. He couldn't break an egg. I wish I could have got him last, but I got him like first or second. You hope your lineup come in a way that you can kind of fight through and still be healthy at the end of the competition. And I tell you all the time, to me, amateurs are harder than pros. I tell you, you fought every day in the amateur. You fought Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Take off Saturday, it's Friday, and you fight the finals Saturday, and you got to make weight. So you're going back after the fight, so you're going to get something to eat. You go to the scale. I got to go run first. You're on the scale. Oh man, I can eat a salad. No salad dressing tonight. I mean, and that's really tough on you, and it's mentally tough, and everybody in the fight, they like this. Right here, their muscles is like this. I say, God, they gonna know. My side hurt. I think somebody told him, not me to switch 7. I think somebody told Tyson that Terry Anderson from Florida fractured my ribs the day before me and him fought in the finals. Because I'm serious. He came out there, if you really look at the fight, he came out, he kept moving this way. You know what I mean? Because I try to move, what made me simple, I try to move right-hand fighters on their right legs so they can't get that power off. And I would push Tyson. That's why he would get mad at me. Because he would go, and I push him right before he do that little, this, I push him. And he get mad, he go, and I go, bang, I move. And I kind of just upset him, But I had fun though with boxing because to me it was kind of like dodgeball. I used to play dodgeball with the guys in my head, and I didn't want to get cut and beat all up and not be able to talk and play with my kids. At the time I didn't have none, but then I wound up having one, a son, he's 40. I have 3 grandchildren, one 5-year-old girl, 2-year-old girl, and a 16-year-old boy. So I figured I came out all right. I could still put a sentence together. I know where my house and my office is. I can still start my car with my hands. I figured I came out all right, and it got me out of trouble and it saved my life. And I want to thank you guys. Knock out crime and keep kids out there.
That was Henry Tillman, who just got inducted into the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame. His speech, his gold medal Olympic winner. Back on the mic is Mark Irwin.
I think before we bring up our last guest, maybe it's time for we'll do some of the door prizes tonight. Laura, could you draw some tickets, and Theo or somebody go over there and show which items are available as door prizes, because that's.
Well, it looks like they got some more door prizes to be
Oh, we
drawn.
actually, Aaron, we were doing raffles before, but this is the door prizes.
Oh, the door prize. Okay.
Everybody that bought a ticket gets a shot at it. So. I'll wait for Larry to tell me when we're out of. Them. And that's me. I'll donate it back to the club. It is me. I did get ticket number 1. Yes. Give me one of Nick Towers skips are doing it.
Ticket number 3.
Number 3.
Not that unusual.
Yeah. No, it's just your ticket when you.
Number 3.
Yeah, only the people that have paper tickets get in this one.
Oh, well, we never got a ticket.
Right? Yeah. That's if you bought the paper ticket.
Number 31.
31. And Sue. Sue had it.
Okay. Ticket number 32.
The shuffling needs a little.
Like you so lousy.
32. Okay.
Ticket 112.
12.
112.
Oh, 112.
Number 4.
112. It's Renee. Same deal. Casey, the lady on the. How many more? How many more? 17. My school. My first school I started at, school 17. Orchard Street.
Table number 4, 33. We know the next.
Okay, well, let's do a couple more.
Ticket number 4. Okay.
Okay.
Number 8.
Number 8. Hi, Angela. Well, let's do one more.
Ticket number 5.
5.
Right here. Right?
I'll give you a reason to come back to Rochester. You know, Nick Towers have a garbage plate. I guess it is. Yeah, I think we played it out. Okay. So what do you think? Do we do the others 50-50 or? Okay. Well, we'll do the other raffles after the show then. Okay. So not to make this gentleman wait any longer. You know, in the 35-year history of the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame, we have never inducted someone who was also inducted in the International Boxing Hall of Fame in that same year. That all changes tonight with our Courage Award going to a man whose courage has often been second to none. C.S. Lewis stated that courage is not simply one of the virtues, but the form of every virtue at the testing point. We're very humbled to induct with our Courage Award, Mr. Michael, second to none.
First and foremost, I want to thank the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame for inducting me. I was just in New York, like he said, just a few months ago at the International Boxing Hall, and I'm back here again in Rochester to be able to be with you wonderful people. And it's good to see a bunch of my wonderful friends out there. Got a couple homegirls that's here, Quad Cities, living in New York. I want to thank you guys for coming out and supporting me. And I'm just overjoyed and ecstatic and just, been a long time coming, for all the Hall of Fame. But hey, I'm just overjoyed and blessed. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking all day, so I don't want to waste y'all's time. But special thanks to all you guys, and especially the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame. And Snow, I know you're listening, brother. I mean, thank you.
I'm listening, champ.
Well, I want to thank you for all the years you worked with me, and not just fighting for world championships, but winning the world championships, fighting all over the world and being successful. And I want to thank my family. I want to thank my trainers, my promoters, my fans, because without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So I give special thanks to you guys. My dear friend Henry Tillman, we go back 40 years, 41 years. When Henry Tillman first saw me back in, I think, '83, we was 82. I'll see. We're going to tell our age. We keep talking, but it's some crown achievement moments. You know what I'm saying? I was a guy from Iowa, so everybody laughed at me. I always remember growing up. Reporter asked me, he said, "Well, Mike, he said, I was never had a world champion before." So my mother used to always tell me, she said, "Well, if you haven't had one, she could be the first." So she's in heaven, and she was here July 28th, 1988, at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas on the Strip to watch me win my first of many world championships that I won. But she just always encouraged me to be my best. And, without her, I don't know where I would be. But, special thanks to Mom. I know you're in heaven, you're watching. So God bless you. And my big brother Duke, it always told me when I fought, I'd be in Vegas. He said, "Hey, man, if you don't whoop dude, you're going to get another whooping." I'm like, "Huh? I've been in training for 6 weeks now. Get beat up, you're going to still beat me up." I said, "I got to fight hard." He was my motivating factor to make me become great. So, I just want to thank everybody that just ever helped me do anything that I've done, because you can never do it by yourself. And, people, they never really think about all the hard work and the dedication and the sacrifice that you must make to become a world champion. And we might make it look easy, but it's never easy. It's hard. It's probably the hardest thing I ever done in my life is to become a world champion. But, I needed all the motivating guys to bring out the best in me, to be the best I could be. You know what I'm saying? And I've had a lot of loyal supporters, like I said, my promoters, my trainers, my fans, my sparring partners, my friends, and, my children's mothers and my children. That was always my greatest inspiration to be the best I could be. And I just want to thank God for allowing me to be with you wonderful people, and thanking the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame for giving me such a great opportunity to be a part of their history. And I'm overjoyed. And Q, I see you out there. Thank you too for your support. This young man, he found out I was going to Puerto Rico last year. I defended my title 5 times. I took a vacation, a federal vacation. The feds gave me a 16-year, 6-month vacation in federal prison for some things that I was involved with. And like I said, we go through life to go through it, and I'm not mad at nobody. I mean, my greatest joy is to continue to be successful, working hard, and being the best I can be, and encourage all the young kids, whether they're black, white, Mexican, Asian, it don't make no difference. I love all kids. So anytime I go back to my community back in Iowa, I live in LA, I try to go to all the gyms and work with the kids because, once upon a time, 40 years ago, I was one of those kids that had the talent but didn't know. And, I had older people to tell me, hey, man, you can be this, you can do that, but you got to work hard, you got to dedicate yourself. I was out your talented. And I remember Henry seen me back in, I guess, '82, like I said. He said, "How much do you weigh?" I said, 147. He said, "You don't weigh no 147. I said, "Yes, I do. I was a welterweight. He's a heavyweight. He's the same size." He said, "Well, how are you so damn big?" I guess, when God was passing out talent, I guess I was in line. It was just crazy that, all these years passed, and, we're still together with people. I'm super overjoyed to be inducted into the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame with him, as well as Mr. Freddie Ladd, because, matter of fact, Aaron, I want to say you worked with both of us that night in Memphis, Tennessee, back in, I want to say 93, if I'm correct. 93. Twice.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Michael. And don't forget Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame history. A great trainer also named Angelo Dundee.
Oh, no doubt about it. Listen,
and Angelo
one of the greatest trainers. It was my greatest joy. Joe Goosen was my trainer. You was my trainer. Angelo Dundee, he was special, man. So let Angelo rest in heaven. I know he done, watch me get inducted in all these Hall of Fames, and I know he's smiling with my mom up there. But he was always great, and he always motivated me to be the best. And my thing was he trained the legendary Muhammad Ali, which was the greatest fighter of all time. He's my number one fighter forever, in the annals of history. He's just, because when I was a kid growing up in Davenport, I idolized him so much. So he inspired me. But yeah, I want to give special thanks to Mr. Angelo Dundee because he was just a psychiatrist. He was the type of guy that he was a great trainer, but I mean, he was even a greater man. I mean, he just set me down and tell me, hey man, just listen, you know what I'm saying? He said, the cheapest commodity is thinking. And I said, what do you mean, Angelo? He said, just think about it. It don't cost you nothing to think. He said, think when you're out there. And I used to like it. He used to tell me sometimes, he said, hey man, just go out there and just do what you do. And when you feel like you want to lay the knockout punch down, lay it down. And he was just always great. He was just a great psychiatrist, and he bring out the best in all his fighters, not just me, legendary Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Jose Annapolis, Jose Torres. He trained so many great champions, and I'd be all day naming all the great fighters he trained. But yeah, special thanks, Mr. Angelo Dundee. Special thanks to you, Aaron. Special thanks to Mr. Joe Goosen, trained out in California. His brother Dan Goosen that passed away. He come to Iowa back about 40 years ago. And, talked to my mother. He told her, he said, well, I want your son to turn pro. And she said, well, he wants to fight. That's up to him. I can't make him fight, but Mom, I think I want to try it. So I'm glad that Dan Goosen came from Los Angeles, California back in 1984 after the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles and brought me to California and made me the first world champion come out of 10 Goose boxing. And from there, we went from the bottom to the rooftop. So I want to give special thanks to them as well. So thank everybody here tonight for coming out, supporting the Rochester boxing community, and to continue to come out. And Big Randy, I want to thank you as well because Randy from Los Angeles, California, he's been watching me for a long time and very big supporter. So thank you as well, Randy. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Oh, wait a second. Henry said he was up there. He said he was, so nervous, doing his speech. He forgot to mention your name, but he said he forgot more than half of it. But you understand, I get.
Man, tell Henry I love him. I know how it is when you're excited. It's an exciting time for each and every one of you.
Well, no doubt about it. And, special thanks to you as well, Aaron. And like I said, you worked with me many days and got me prepared morning, noon, and night to be able to go out and not just win the world championships, but to be able to defend them. So, thank you. And our dear friend, Panama Lewis, can't leave his name out, you know what I'm saying? So, let him rest. Yes, sir. And even Stacey McKinney, too, you know what I'm saying? Because you guys all work with me. So I give special thanks to Stacey as well.
All right.
One more guy, a guy named Mr. John Arthur. He worked with James Tony as well. We lost Mr. Arthur about 3 years ago. This man was a soldier, workhorse. This man was like 50-something years old. He boxed me every day. And it was crazy, man. I mean, he was my trainer. I said, I can't be hitting this guy. And he knocked the shit out of me. Excuse my French. He was like 58, 59 years old. He's like a Navy SEAL. I mean, just tough as nails, right? And I said, man, I can't hit you. He cracked me, right? When he cracked me, I said, oh shit, I gotta hit it back, But that was his alternative, make me fight back because he's like, hey, if I'm in the ring with you trying to hurt you, you gotta fight back. So, special thanks to Mr. Arthur as well. Let him rest in heaven because he was a great man.
We call it Pop.
Yeah, Pop's out there.
He used to fight to the death.
Oh yeah. He fight over in Korea and China and stuff like that. And the mafia would they have these guys over there, they have him come from the United States. He would fight, to death, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? That's right. And Mr. Arthur, he survived 50 or 60 of these fights. Like, Mr. Arthur, you for real? But yeah, he sure did. He choked out a whole lot of guys in his time. So let him rest in heaven. But, special thanks to all you wonderful people. And Larry, thank you. Thank you. And I want to give special thanks to you guys as secretary because she's been, real optimistically working with me and helping me get to Rochester, New York. We finally got it, right? Sounds good. Thank you for your support. You can't be mad. We made it a success. We made it a success. That's right. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you.
What's the weapon?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Mark. And thank you, Rochester Box Committee. And thank all you wonderful fighters out there and all you fans, man. It would be without you guys. So thank everybody. And God bless. And thank
Thank you, Michael. That was Michael's second to none being inducted into the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame. What a great joy, to see at this stage of the game all the guys who you train going into the Boxing Hall of Fame. Mark Irwin is back up to the mic.
What?
2 gloves and a belt.
2 gloves and a belt. Okay, so that's 3 winners then? Okay, we're at 3 winners, so get your tickets out.
All right. Okay. 502. Let's get numbers.
502.
Oh, gotta have a winner out there somewhere.
Hey.
Oh, whoa. Man, oh man, Dan, break that till Chris.
502.
Okay.
Thank you.
325.
325. Coach Tom Fournier.
All right, one more. All right. 550.
550.
I knew you'd win the belt someday.
Yeah.
550.
Is that right, Charles? Well, you folks, Coach Kevin there brought some Dunkin' Donuts, some donuts and coffee over there, if any of you are interested. Our Hall of Famers will all be happy to sign some autographs afterwards. You'll bring your programs up. Just start on that side and just more down the line. Anyone is interested. And on behalf of the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame, I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight. I see County Legislator Mercedes Vasquez Simmons came in. And glad to have her here, boxing promoter. And good night. Good night, and God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye. Hope you had a good time.
Hey, we in closing, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the World Boxing Review radio show. We were coming to you live from the Rochester Boxing Hall of Fame with Mark Irwin, who was the MC of the night, and the president, Larry Lyautey. Boy, what an exciting night. We want to thank you for tuning into the World Boxing Review. An hour and 40 minutes on the air. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Henry wanted to say a little more. But, hello? Hello?
Okay.
Hello. Hello. I just want to tell
Henry's coming back up tonight.
when I was when I was in college, the other guys were serving time. I had this thing work? Hello, can you just 1 second? Hello?
I guess he's having trouble with the mic. Thank you.
I say like when I was in jail, I say I wasn't in jail. The other guys was. I was in school, and I did a lot of writing. And I started off doing a book. And then when I came home, I tried to do a documentary. And I went to Netflix. And about 2 years later, they came to me just recently and said, no, this is a movie. And so we're doing a movie as we talk right now. And it's called FF84, Fight for 84. And it starts with the 80 Olympic team, with the team that failed on the way to Poland. Coach Johnson, them, you might remember?
Yeah.
With Byron Lindsay, Miss Lindsay's son, rest in peace. She just died. But I've written the script for that, and they bought it. And they're doing the movie right now, come out in 2028. So I was saying, look for it. I'm playing my father, and another guy's playing me. I just came from Jersey, working with him to try to move like me and act like me. But I'm gonna play my father. That's why I'm letting my hair grow. I'm a boy here. That's all I wanted to say.
All right. Well, Henry Tillman got it in, and we want to thank you. We're going to close because the ceremony's over. We want to thank you for tuning into the World Boxing Review radio show. My name is Aaron Snow. They call me the Hall of Fame trainer of champions. And we travel the world for past, present, and future stars.